Welcome to C# for Crestron programming. In this tutorial series, we will learn how to register COM ports on 4 series processors and how to use a CrestNet keypad to test sending string values from COM port 1 to COM port 2. Pressing button 1 on the keypad will send the string 1 from our COM port 1 to COM port 2. Pressing button 2 on the keypad will send the string 2 from COM port 1 to COM port 2. We will also provide latched LED feedback showing which button was pressed. Consider the wiring on a CP4 processor that I'm using for testing, and C2N-CBFP as my CrestNet keypad. I'm only using the first 2 buttons, COM port wiring, ground to ground, TX to RX, and RX to TX. Let us get started right away by launching Visual Studio 2019. I started a project and named it Serial Ports. We will define a keypad under Control System. For more concise code, I cleaned up some of the unnecessary default comments within the NuGet template. Okay, let us declare a keypad, private C2N-CBFP, my keypad. This is our CrestNet keypad. Let us also put using statement for keypad support up in the directives up here. Next, let us check CrestNet supported or not within a try-catch. This refers to Control System, and we are still within the Control System block. My keypad equals new C2N-CBFP with CrestNet ID 30. This line will instantiate and assign CrestNet ID 30. Next, we capture button state change event through our delegate definition for the keypad button event handler. If my keypad is not registered, indicate error registering keypad at CrestNet ID 30. Notice the red squiggly lines under the My Keypad button state change. It is looking for keypad events for button state change. No worries, we can define that here under Keypad Events. Next, we will check and register serial COM port 1 and COM port 2. So if this dot supports COM port, then a similar block of code to the keypad registration. Note that the keyword "this" refers to the control system itself. Note that COM port 1 will send only from the keypad trigger. If the registration is not successful, then with an else block of code, we register and set the COM port settings as indicated within the block of code. Next, we do the same thing for COM port 2. Note that COM port 2 will receive and update keypad LED feedback. Next, we need to create an event handler for the COM port events for control system serial data received. These events receive the serial data. That is why we have red squiggly lines here. Void control system serial data received open parenthesis COM port receiving COM port, comma, COM port serial data event args, args, close parenthesis. If COM port equals COM port 2, this port will be the receiving port. Then we print a console window with Crestron console.println data, args.serial data. If received string equals str1, then my keypad.feedbacks2.state equals false, then my keypad button 1 feedback.state is true. Else if args.serial data equals str2, then my keypad.feedback1.state equals false, and my keypad.feedback2.state equals true. Finally, we define the keypad button state change event. Void my keypad button state change generic base device, button event args. Within the block, we first see if button state is pressed. Then, with switch case statements, we indicate the strings as str1 and str2. Case 1, COM ports 1.send str1 and COM port 1.send str2. We break and then default case with a Crestron console message, "This key is not programmed." This message will be printed to the console window if the keypad button pressed is not programmed. Now, after building and upload, we see the result in console window. Wow, cool. Indeed, we can expand this idea to send generic string to any COM port by defining method void send message to COM port use short port number, string message to send. Within the block of code, we need to do some error checking on the processor to ensure you that we are sending to the correct port. For example, we can send to COM port 6 on a Pro 4, but cannot send to COM port 6 on a CP4. Then we can call this method within our switch case statement to send generic string to any port number. Send message to COM port 1, quote, str1, close quote. In this tutorial, we learned how to register COM port 1 and COM port 2 and specify the COM port settings. We also registered a CrestNet keypad and sent strings from COM port 1 to COM port 2. Remember, if you decide to test this, please make sure you use a cross cable between COM port 1 and 2 based on CP4 picture/diagram indicated previously. Thank you for watching.